Joe Corley here on behalf of NATMA Magazine. I'm at the Diamond Nationals. This is the 30th year of the Diamond Nationals.
Is that possible?
And the crazy man that came up with everything you always want to know about.
Karate, but was afraid to ask tournament.
John Worley started as a crazy man, and it's good to see that you have still no sense at all.
No.
So what does it feel like after 30 years?
You know, Joe, it feels the same as it always has. It never loses its excitement. It never loses its appeal. The people keep getting better and better and better. And, you know, fortunately, we've had great luck all these years with such wonderful people helping us. And so here we are again, 30 years. Maybe we'll be here 60 years. I don't know.
I'll be here for 60 years with you if you'll keep putting it on. Now, the reason we've asked John Worley to join us is because he's created one of the great karate tournaments of all time, by many people's standards, the best one of all time. And in the course of that, he's done a lot of things. You fought, you run schools. How many schools do you operate now here in Minneapolis?
We have 11 schools that my wife and I own directly, and then we have another 20 schools that are licensed schools, national karate schools, the guys here in the Twin Cities, and we have some schools down in Chicago. So a total, I think a total of 25 total schools altogether.
All right, so 25 schools. So we're talking to a man who operates 25 schools, and so his opinion about martial arts competition you should pay attention to. Now here's the dilemma, as you know. For years, people have been told not to take their kids to karate tournaments, yet we talk to a lot of kids here who wouldn't be here, wouldn't have opportunities to be professional athletes or actors if we, the instructors, didn't invest in them. Tell us about your experience in nurturing your students, the kinds of students to become competitive.
Well, we've always believed that competition is just what it's designed to do. It makes people better. And so, not every student is ready for competition or is right for competition, no question about it. But a high percentage of people will gain a lot of value by going to tournaments, whether they're going to turn out to be the guys that are going to appear on stage at the Battle of Atlanta someday or not, really isn't the point. What's important is that these people out here, they're getting better, the standards stay high. Our tournament competitors always have created the highest bar for the rest of our students, and so it keeps it pulls up the quality of everyone in our school because of the people at the very top.
Now, in that vein, Master Clark has often said that his best instructors come from his competition ranks. Have you found that to be true as well?
I think that's absolutely true. I think it's because those are the people that are the most passionate about karate, and so that passion, that excitement goes right down through. That's leadership, and that's what that's all about. And so people that don't have that experience, I think, are less well-rounded. They can be great martial artists. They can have great self-defense ability, but if they don't have this experience, number one, they can't teach it to anybody else if they really have never experienced it themselves. And so they're not going to develop that sort of full athlete. Really let these people really maximize their athletic potential. So I think that definitely the people who've had that experience are historically our best people.
What about this argument? Here's the argument. I send my student to a karate tournament. He doesn't do well. Because he doesn't do well, he comes back. His parents are now all upset with me because my child didn't do well. He drops out of karate. That hurts my business. Do you think, on the flip side of that there's enough positive that happens to override those instances when that does happen?
No doubt about it, there are people out there that probably should not enter karate tournaments. In our schools, it's a small minority, I think, that won't gain value from that, plus or minus. And yeah, when people come to a tournament, not everybody wins. That's what competition's about. You have people that lose, actually. And so what you have to do is tell them how it's prepared and how they are prepared, I think, coming into the experience. If they have been told that they're going to win, they go out and they lose, and all of a sudden they're devastated. If they've been told that the value of going to this tournament is that you're going to get better, you're going to learn from it, maybe you win. That's icing on the cake. If you don't, you're still going to gain value. And if you really can teach people that, and that's true, and that's the absolute truth, then they are going to gain value from it. They're not going to get discouraged. They're not going to come away and feel that they're failures, and they're going to come back and they're going to get better.
I think, to paraphrase what Stephen Covey says, if you do the right things for the right reasons with the right principles, and those principles involve making your students into the best martial artists they can be, then that's exactly what you just outlined.
Well, it's what we believe. We believe that through tournament competition, people will reach their maximum potential. And that's all you can ask of anyone. That doesn't mean everybody's going to be the same, and everybody has different potential. But we know that the people who go to tournaments seem to come, they do a better job of reaching their potential than people who don't.
Well, John Worley, it's a real pleasure seeing you again, my friend. John and I worked together for so many years in the PKA, and he was my #1 choice. As you can see how glib he is to fill in for me to do commentary, and what a great job he did. John, congratulations on 30 years.
Thank you, John.
For NAPMA Magazine, see you next time.